Here's an interesting fact. 1 liter of gas consumed by a driver on the road will release 2.4 kilograms of greenhouse gas emissions into the air. Not good, I know what you're thinking. So that's why I have with me Paul Barrett from Green Venture. He's an air quality programmer with Green Venture. Hi, Paul, how are you?
Hi, Jackie. Well, thanks.
Good. So this morning you're going to be telling us, you're going to be giving me some tips. Some tips on how to become an eco-friendly driver on the road.
That's right. We call it an EcoDriver. An EcoDriver is a person who can drive the same car further than a person who would drive it fuel inefficiently.
How much further are we talking about? Is it a small difference, a big difference?
It's pretty big. The difference between the worst fuel-efficient driver on the road and the most fuel-efficient driver on the road is about 35%. So a more fuel-efficient driver can drive 35%
35%. That is significant. Well, I'm hoping that in the next minute or so, I will become a more eco-friendly driver. So what tips do you have for us today?
Well, there's a lot of tips that you can put into your tool belt of driving, but a lot of them are really quite straightforward. And I guess a big one is to drive the speed limit. If you're on the highway and you're driving 120, you're actually burning 20% more fuel to go the same distance than you would be if you were driving 100. So that's a big one off the top. Secondly, turn the key off. So if you're going to be idling for more than 10 seconds, it's way cheaper to shut the key.
Now, is there a rule? Is there a yardstick that we should say? You know, if you think you're going to be sitting there in the car for more than what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, then you should definitely turn the car off, or is that just across the board?
It's actually cheaper if you turn it off if you're going to be waiting for more than 10 seconds.
10 seconds?
10 seconds.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, if you're parked, obviously you're not going to do it when you're in traffic, but if you're parked and waiting, usually people think they're going to be a shorter time than they actually are, and 10 seconds is the point that Natural Resources Canada says that you can save fuel by turning it off.
Okay, so 10 seconds, folks, remember that. And I just wanted to quickly mention, we're actually, we're standing in front of a Honda Civic here, and these are tips. We want to remind the people at home that these are tips that you can use and take with you. It doesn't matter what kind of car you have.
Oh, absolutely. This is just a regular car that
Nothing fancy here, yeah.
No, this is not a hybrid or a smart car, but it is a car that gets good fuel economy, but it can get better fuel economy just by the way you drive it.
Okay, so we've got, you know, monitor your speed, drive the speed limit, don't idle. Mm-hmm. What's the third one?
Another big one is to go easy on the brake and easy on the accelerator. Okay. So drive as if there's an egg underneath your foot, underneath the pedal, whether it's the brake or the accelerator. And
How does that actually affect gas efficiency?
We like to say it to people to drive as if you have no brakes. To get the car started again from a stop takes a lot of energy. So if the car can continue to keep rolling, then you're going to use less fuel. And the way that you can do that is to look down the street, maybe 3 lights, and see what's coming up. It's being aware of what's going to happen and taking your foot off the gas if you see that the light is turning red, so that you slow down evenly without having to jam the brakes on. Same thing with an acceleration. You've probably been at a stoplight and you've seen somebody pull up beside you and they take right off from the stoplight, and then you meet them at the next stoplight anyways. So they burned a lot more fuel to get to that stoplight than you have.
And they're probably angrier as well, because they're probably experiencing some sort of road rage.
Being an eco-driver makes you a smarter driver, it makes you more aware, and as well it reduces stress, because you're still going to get to the place that you were going, but you're thinking more about your drive and less about other things, and it does really reduce your stress.
And you're also thinking about how you are affecting the environment on the whole, which is a great thing as well.
Right, and saving money.
And saving money. Who doesn't like to save money? Well, if you want to continue saving money and learning these great eco-friendly driving tips, don't go anywhere. Keep watching Hamilton Life. Paul and I will continue discussing how to become an eco-friendly driver.